Hey people, what's up? Welcome to PicklerPod's PPZ, India's first and number one pickleball podcast. It's number one because it's the only one. So today we have with us a very special and one of the best doubles player of Indian pickleball, who is a great legend in esports too, and has some of the greatest resets I've ever seen. Hello, Pranav Rohira.
How are you, Nanath?
I
Glad to meet you.
I am doing super good. How are you?
I'm good, working hard on my game, and pickleball is my life right now. So everything is pickleball only.
So just to start with, I do this in most of my podcast and episodes that I try for the guest to name any major achievement they have made so far to describe themselves. If someone doesn't know who Pranav is, I don't think there is anyone who doesn't know you in pickleball. But if there is someone, how would you describe a major achievement to introduce yourself
So
in the
one of
first
my
place?
biggest, One of my biggest achievements was in Thailand when I played with Vanshik Kapadia. We got the silver in the open men's doubles playing against Tyson. So obviously it wasn't easy. So and reaching there was itself the one of my biggest success, and we got the gold for India at that time. And this year, I got the gold playing for the Australian team, and again I got the silver playing with Aditya Roila. So these were my two biggest achievements right now, internationally, if I would have to say, because I've been twice to Phuket, Thailand, played both 2022 Asian Open and 2023 Asian Open.
All right. So you mentioned that you played against Tyson in the Asian Open.
Yeah.
So, what do you think are the major, differences in the pickleball over the states and India?
See, frankly, what I noticed, they have a lot of patience when they are playing the game. Okay, Tyson, they will not speed it up unnecessarily. They'll wait for the reset to happen. They'll play it slow, and when the right time comes, they'll slam the ball right on you, which will be very unexpected. So if you give them, like, let's say if you give them around 50 to 100 dings also, they will not get tired. They will give you 200 dings back. So you have to be very patient when you're playing with them. Whenever you're speeding up, you have to be very much ready for their reflexes because they are very quick on it. So if you don't have patience against these players and you only want to play a fast game against them, you'll be demolished within no time.
That is something which is very true. I have heard many people say that Indians, specifically Indian pickleball players, don't have much patience. It also happens in tennis sometimes. So, how do you think we can improve on this? Like, where are players lacking, and how can we climb the ladder?
In fact, I think we are climbing the ladder. See, the patience level in the dinking compared to last year, which I have seen in the Indian players, and right now in this year is very wide. So I've seen a lot of players now. They have patience. They're dinking a lot, and they're not making unnecessarily silly mistakes. They are following the US based. And now, if you see even when you see a Ben Jones match, at Colin Jones versus a Tyson or Jay De Villiers, initially at least the first 50-60 shots will be very pretty slow. Then they'll start to speed it up, and again they'll reset, again they'll play slow, again they'll play fast. So I've seen that happen. I mean, I play at PTKs also. So I've seen that a lot of patience has developed right now in currently in the players, which I not seen last year. This year, yes, I have seen a lot of patience.
Well, so that's an improvement we can say. About
It's a very big
resets,
impact. India is rising right now. It is, and it will be the next powerhouse after the
that's
US.
a
But
bold
I think
statement. That's a bold statement to make India the biggest pickleball venue after USA. Are you sure we can achieve
everyone is
that?
hoping we
There
can.
are there are many in
See, we are
competition.
capable. There are many in competition, but I don't think that we are not capable. We are very much capable to face them now. Even in the last Asian Open, the top three pairs were Indians in the open category in the men's doubles. If you go to see, rest all the countries were out. So it was so see. it is a process. It will take little time, but we will be there. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah, I think that Indian players, basically what's happening in India is that we are focusing on the quality of players and not quantity. We have some of the great
Correct.
players, but we don't have the numbers right now.
I wouldn't say the numbers are rising. In fact, there are new players coming in the market. There's new talent coming, and everyone is training really hard right now. So matching up is not going to be very easy. Earlier, you could say that there were like two, three names, four, five names. Now you can say there are more than 20 names in the top leagues and all 20, 20, 30 also. You can say the number is going to increase daily because so many youngsters are now entering the game. So I don't see that why this game cannot rise here, and there will be a lot of new players who will enter the market. Every time it's not going to be the same old names. New players will come ultimately because now since the IPL has also started in pickleball, the auctioning and all is happening, and even Bollywood has entered. So I don't see why this game cannot grow.
That's very true. The numbers are increasing, of course, and we have some of the greater players, even greater than the ones we had before. And some of the past players have even developed themselves like crazy. So,
A lot.
what do you think
Everyone
about
is working very hard. What do you think about?
Mayur Patil? He's like a rival to you when you talk about doubles. There are like two to three names, like
There's
big names. If you want to play doubles, you are gonna list them in your team. So, what do
Yeah.
you think about him?
See, he's a friend also. It's I wouldn't call him a rival, but yes, he's very patient when he is dinking, and especially when it comes to the backhand to backhand dinking. I mean, you need to have a lot of patience with him. If you lose patience with him, you're over. Like he's also ready for the speed up and all. He will wait for the right opportunity and then he'll attack. So you have to play a very smart game when you're playing against a guy like Mayur Patil.
So, all right, you didn't go take any risk. You were in the safe zone. No worries.
No, but I just told he is pretty tough when it comes to backhand cross court dinking and when he wants to reset the ball. And even when you're speeding it up, like I said again, he is ready. So how to outsmart him is by being patient in the dink area only itself as of now. Because when you're speeding it up, his paddle is already up and he's waiting to hit the ball. So you have to be very smart if you have to tackle him.
All right, so let's move towards you, something towards you. So, everyone knows that you are a great personality in esports. So, would you like to share your journey of esports and a little bit of that?
Okay, so what happened was in 2014, I left event management. I've done my MBA in event management. Okay, but I was always inclined into a game called Dota 2. So I was not being able to focus on my job because I was continuously thinking. My parents were not supportive of this game. They didn't want me to play this game at all. They were completely against. So I went against my family and played this game. But after 1.5 year of self training, I got selected in the Russian team because I was playing in the European circuit. Because I left the Asian circuit, there was no space in the Indian team at that time. The Indians didn't want me. So Russia lent a hand to me, and they told that Pranav, you join us. And it's very difficult to get in the Russian team because they are always like we want only Russians to enter, but they found a lot of value in me. So my training hours once I got sponsored by them. So the training hours used to be at 1 in the afternoon till next day 7 in the morning, so I used to sleep for like only 6 hours and all. And it was for 6 years I've done this, but my health got affected after a point of time. I had to quit because of 18 hours of screen time, no physical activity and nothing. So then I was hospitalized because of severe migraine and all that. So the doctor told if he continues esports, he will not last long. So I had to quit it, and then I joined pickleball. But otherwise, I was doing very well in esports. It's just health issues which made me stop it. So I started pickleball then, and I'm doing good. So I'm happy about it.
You're doing more than enough in pickleball. You're one of the biggest names again.
Thank you.
So, about partners, I've always seen that you like to shuffle and experiment with partners. You now have my brother as your partner. So
Right.
I come complimentary with him. If you're gonna play with him, you gotta hop on my podcast too. So which partner is the best one yet you have played with, and which one do you like the most and why?
I cannot differentiate between whoever I've played with, who I've not played with. I'm trying Anurag for the first time. I have ample faith in him, irrespective of whatever results happen. The thing is that, see, he's one of those guys who will not put enough stress on me, and I also am not going to put much stress. And there's gelling, so we are accepting whatever happens in the game. We have an understanding between each other that there's no blame game. And see, the moment there is a blame game between partners, even two unseeded partners can beat two seeded partners if they have a clash in between.
Mhm.
So whereas it goes with Anurag, I don't think I have that problem. So we are okay with whatever result we get. And regarding when I partnered Aditya in Thailand, neither did he put any pressure on me. Neither has Vanshik ever put pressure on me or anything. So, see, I cannot differentiate between who's better because everyone's bar is almost the same right now. I would say it's increasing. See, but if it goes for singles right now, yes, I would say Aditya because he's unbeaten. Even Tejas Majan is good. Vanshik is also good. So, but the performance Aditya showed in England right now was phenomenal. So lucky that I was partnering him in Thailand, and it was the first time. But we reached till there, so it was a big thing for us also. And we lost to Mayur and Tejas. So even they are a tough pair. So doubles is a totally different game, ball game together. If you go to see.
So the thing I love most about your play are your resets. Like you do it so smoothly, effortlessly. So do you have any tips for me specifically?
See, when you're resetting the ball, whenever you're in the dink area, you just have to play it very slow. You cannot speed it up much. You have to defend it and play it pretty low because if your reset comes high, they can cross volley very fast. So, what you have to work on is like when you are holding your paddle tight, you have to reset that the ball dips down. It comes like parabolic towards the opponent. If it comes like a volley, it's not a reset then. It has to dip down and then it can come like a reset and then you're good to go after that. You have ample time to recover from that uh, fast volley that the opponent has given you, and then you can finish after that if you get an option.
Yeah, that does kind of make sense now that I think of it. It really is an important thing while playing. So should people, in India try rolling the ball more? Should people try adding more spin, or should we stick to
It
the
doesn't.
fast game?
People are used to spin. It's not like people. I wouldn't say spin, but if you're going to see singles and all, I have not seen much of spin involved. I've seen more of speed. Uh, yeah, fine if you can add some top spin to your serve, fine, but that doesn't make much of a difference to a seasoned player. Yeah, fine. If you're doing it to a beginner, he might somewhat not understand what exactly you're doing, but to a seasoned player, he knows exactly what he has to do. He can just speed it up immediately. So your top spin gets nullified after that. You're neutralized immediately. If you're top spinning to a player like Aditya who already knows how to speed it up, it doesn't make any difference. This is my feeling. I don't know about what others may feel, but uh, what I feel when it comes to single or double, the service should be pretty fast without even if without spin. It's more about speed or if you're giving a drop serve. That is something which many players sometimes I've seen this happen in 35 plus, honestly, that people sometimes give drop services if the guy is standing very much behind and they get a point out of it, which is very unique, but it has happened and it's happened in tournaments, not that not happened.
I think that you just made a claim that you believe that services should be a little bit faster when you play any
Especially in
event, right?
singles, I feel yes. In singles, you'll need a super fast serve to get you a good point. Because if you're serving slow, you're allowing the opponent to rush in ahead and giving him ample time to finish you off. But if the service is fast, even he's going to take one step back and play the serve. So even the server gets time to come till the net area and try to close the game up. I'm not a singles
So
player, but at least I know what exactly happens. I'm not, see, I'm not as fit as Aditya or someone, but yeah, in doubles, I can manage my side. So that, but I have the knowledge exactly what has to be done on what should not be done.
so what will you say about Tyson McFinn's serve? How does it, act as an add-on in his game? Because it's pretty damn slow compared to his previous serves, like the way he used to. Now he has just switched his serve.
His ball shoots. Basically, his ball shoots a lot, which gives him time to come up to the net. So the receiver also, even if he's coming, it's basically how do you win a point against him? I think I would say, I mean, what I've seen is players usually win points with him with the cat and mouse game with him at the net area. Because if his service is shooting up, you're going to take time to receive it, right? So even he's coming ahead, even the other guy's coming ahead. How do you manage in the dink area is very much important. How you trap him over there, because no one is standing in the no man's land. First of all, no one is standing behind. They're mostly standing. They are rushing in and they are trying to win the point.
Got it. Yeah, like you have a complete different perspective and a way of looking at things. I'm loving talking to you now.
Same here.
Uh, so I'll just move towards a little bit more, controversial topic, which may put you in a
Okay.
bad light, but I don't care. So,
Okay. Tell me.
uh, which Indian player you think can actually stand at the podium in a PP or APP event? Not a single one, as many as you want.
No, but you have to tell me the category. Tell
Category
me which category. Yeah.
for singles and doubles. Let's just take singles and doubles.
As of now, in singles, I see five players. Five players. I'm naming those five players: Aditya, Vanshik, Tejas, Kuldeep, Himansh, and there's one more player. He doesn't play so much singles, but he has the capability. His name is Arman. I don't know if you know him. Uh, he's also equally capable of playing a good singles game. Yeah, these six names I think are good. Even Gaurav has improved a lot. So seven names I would say. These seven are really deadly in singles.
Arman Bhatia, I love his play. How dare you say I don't know him? Arman, I love his play, man. Like he takes so much, input from tennis. It's just beautiful to see.
No, I'm not saying you don't know him. I'm saying you've not seen him play much of singles. He's played more of
Hmm.
doubles and tournaments. But I know his capability is equally a good singles player. So yeah.
I
So
was
I
just
think
kidding. I
these.
was just kidding.
So I think these seven names they are really good when it comes to singles.
About doubles,
About doubles, I would say Mayur, Anurag, Kashyap, Harsh Mehta. Um, who else is there? There are many. Even Arman is there. Aniket Durgawali, Tejas Mahajan. You name it. Doubles. In fact, there are so many. The list is countless. There are because
won't you put
everyone is
yourself
upping
in
their game.
there?
See, I'm no one to put myself anywhere. It's up to it's every tournament how you fare. I don't compare myself with anyone. I just do my job and I move out of the court. That's what I do, and I continue and I maintain that stand. I don't want to compare myself to anybody. I just have to keep improving every day. I just have to try to become a better player. That's all I can do right now.
I'm trying so hard to make you say something which will hurt somebody to make better
Yeah,
content,
I'm
but you
trying
are
not
just
to.
not pushing. You're doing great, buddy. You're doing great. So
Yeah.
about
So
Harsh Mehta,
right.
I think he is one of the best doubles player out there. So,
Yeah,
why
he
did
is.
it?
In fact, his backhand, if a guy gives him full toss on his backhand, he'll just slam the ball down. His jabs are pretty good. If you give him full toss, like he will murder you. So basically, like, how do you manage a guy like Harsh is like, wait for the right time to attack, play it slow and steady. But with the fast game, if you make it fast, he'll make it super fast. So you have to be very careful when you're playing with him. So he's an equally good player.
Do you think the juniors, any junior player has a stand on the podium, at least in India for now?
Right now, I would say it is junior players. Ritesh is there, Stavya Basin is there, Anush Popli, um, then who else is there? Kuldeep Patil is there, Tushar Singh. There are Aditya Singh, Arjun Singh. They all are coming up, and everyone is improving their game pretty well. So, I mean, the competition is rising really high right now. I mean, even the under 19 players are giving some kind of trouble to the open guys also, and eventually they will, because of fitness and everything, they will
Hmm.
give some competition to them as well. So everyone is upping the game. So you can't say anything right now. But I can
Oh.
just say that last year things were different. This year things are 10 times much better in terms of Indian players.
Mhm. Now I know. I just want to hear your thoughts about the Vanshu Kataria. Just like whatever you think about him, because I think he's
Divyanshu
probably
Kataria.
one of the most. Yeah, he's probably one of the most interesting players in Indian pickleball. Like you can talk about him to whoever you want, and there will only be positive things.
So
You can't just
Divyanshu
find a
Kataria,
mistake in his play.
you can't find a mistake because he's a very safe player. He will play the slow game so well. He'll not allow you to attack very easily, because he'll keep on putting the ball pretty low for it not to get attacked on. So basically, how do you win against a guy like Divyanshu? Even if you're speeding it up, you have to speed up at the right time, because he's already waiting to slow it down. Because he's a keeper. He's expecting his partner to be a beater. So if you want to trap Divyanshu, for example, like if you try to speed it up with his partner, it could work. But this guy will only keep on creating the pop-ups for his partner to finish. So he's a very good keeper, just like Mayur Patil, I would say.
Uh, all right, so let's just move towards you again. What paddle do
Yeah,
you use?
I use Engage Encore Pro.
Uh,
Uh,
and
I've been using it since the time I've started. I've never shifted my paddle, so I've loved the power of the paddle, and it helps me in the slow and fast game equally. So never wanted to shift my paddle to anything else as of now.
so are you into actually like paddle stuff, and do you like to search about it, talk about it?
Yeah, I do some research on paddles. In fact, Selkirk, I've liked the Invicta Vanguard a lot because it's got a good control. The third shots, dinks, and all go really well with it. The power is controlled. But see, there are many players who prefer the power air. But for a guy like me, power air will not work because I'm a keeper, more of a keeper than a beater. So that's too fast for me to control. So that's why I prefer engage, so I can have a mix of both. Because with power air, I mean, I've tried it. I couldn't slow down the game so much. Unlike other players, may slow it down, but I didn't manage to have enough control on that. But Invicta Vanguard and Selker and Engage Encore Pro, I found it on the same level right now.
All right, I'll just share something about me, my view on paddles. So
Sure.
I just like yesterday, I play with an S2 Prime, Selkirk S2 Prime, and
Okay.
a guy at my academy also bought it. So I just tried exchanging the paddles with him to see how much of a difference actually is there with the same paddle.
Hmm.
I tried playing with his paddle and I realized that I felt something different, but it wasn't the paddle, it wasn't the core, it wasn't the surface, it was the grip.
Hmm.
Then I tried
Okay.
playing with another S2. I played with two more S2s, same paddle.
It's a little defensive paddle, I would say. S2. I don't know if you agree to it, because you have to use a little more power if you want to attack from S2 Prime. Have you noticed that, or
Oh yeah, of course. I've tried a lot of paddles, and S2 is more of a control paddle also. You have to put a
control
lot
paddle?
of power in it.
Yeah. So same, I would consider S2 Prime in terms of EULA also, because even in EULA you have to use a lot of power. It's more of a control paddle. I would rate it as the same in terms of in that category only.
All right.
But I am not
So,
denying it's a brilliant paddle if you want to have a good control game. There's no harm in it. If you're comfortable with using it.
but
Each to his own.
should Selkirk have discontinued S2, and recently they discontinued Omni, I think Omni and Mark 6. Should they have done that? Do you think it's a valid move?
They have ample paddles in their stock, even so it doesn't matter actually. They have Halo also right now, which is coming up. It's selling, and the project also is. But project, which project I don't know. But there's one project 00. Is it 2 or 3? I don't know. One of them is doing really well. But Selkirk has a wide variety, so by dropping one or two paddles won't hamper anything.
But I'll argue to that. I think that Omni was actually a really brilliant paddle. I think Invicta, actually the new Invictas, drew a little bit of inspiration from him. It was like a great thing to have an extended paddle at that time when Omni was
I've
dropped.
not
So
tried
I think.
Omni, so I can't comment on that. I've never tried Omni.
Mhm. But uh, the way I have played with it, I think it was a
Yeah,
great paddle. But again, from a business point of view, you can't argue with that.
right.
So let's talk about you again. Uh, when I have seen you play, whenever I have seen you play, and believe me, I have seen you play a lot of times. I've noticed that you mold yourself according to your partner's needs, their style of play, and just their thought processing. You kind of involve yourself into the way they play. So, what's the game of Pranav? I want to know that.
See, basically, I expect my partner to be the beater, which because I see my job right now, which I'm working hard on, is I'm trying to create setups for my partner to finish. I try to play the slow game more, and try to create tougher things. That's my job, so that when the pop up comes, I want my partner to finish instead of me finishing. So when it goes to like say whichever partners I've tried up till now, they've been the beaters for me, and I've been the keeper. The job is really tough. It looks easy. It's not that easy being a keeper. You need to have a lot of patience, and sometimes it does frustrate you. Suppose even if the other guy is as good as a keeper, so how do you win the point against him? You have to give. So when I go and gel with my partner, I tell him I will try to create a very good setup for you. Keep on giving tougher things here, there, and all. And when the time comes, you interfere in my area and finish the point whenever you feel like. That's what I'm working on right now. Whether it works in the tournament, it doesn't work. That's every tournament is a different case. So I'm doing my hard work on this particular thing especially.
All right. Now let's try to scratch our brains a little bit. What do you think is a perfect point? Can you imagine a perfect point according to your view? Like, what should a perfect, 100% perfect point be like in
A
doubles?
perfect point, I would say it should have an ATP, it should have an Ernie, and it should have a reset. All three together. That will be the perfect point, I feel. If it has all three, then that's an eye catcher for the audience, and they will love it.
Yeah, yeah,
But
that's
getting
great.
all three in one point is not going to happen every time. It's like 1 out of 10 that you hit an ATP also in that point, you hit an Ernie also in that point, plus you have a reset also in that point. So if all three come, then yeah, the audience will wonder like, wow, what is happening, man?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It'll be an eye
Well,
catcher. A lot of more players to join in. Oh man, even this is amazing. I mean, what have we seen right now for players who've actually not seen pickleball? I'm saying who are first time seeing it. Yeah,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Got it. Like, so it's basically, an attraction for people to watch a point with
yeah,
many more things as much as they can.
correct.
Uh, so, another view from you, I want to get know how can Indian pickleball improve in general? Like, where are we specifically lacking? Not only players, but like general infrastructure,
I
organization. of tournaments and
I,
stuff? Like, what do you think we can do better?
fitness first. Frankly, I'll be honest. We have to get more fitter because the Americans are far more fitter than us. Game wise, we are anyways working on the game every day, but I feel fitness wise, we are still little behind the Americans because of you can see the way they are playing singles and all, the way they are reaching for balls, and compared to the players who are playing singles over here. I'm talking on majority. I'm not talking exception. There are exceptions also, but I think first is fitness. That is very crucial right now. I would say even I'm not as fit as I am not as fit in this singles. I will also take time to reach to the ball. So, but Tyson is my age, and you see his fitness. There's a big difference. So they are
Hmm.
working very hard on their fitness and game both. So we also have to work equally hard on our fitness. Game though we are anyways working. That is there.
All right, so fitness is the major thing which Indian pickleball lacks at. Noted, will improve.
It is happening, but it needs to happen even more at a rapid pace right now, where only some players are doing fitness. A lot of players who are not doing fitness and they're expecting results. It doesn't work that way. The top players definitely are working on their fitness, but yeah,
How do you think that Indian pickleball community, specifically in doubles, can evolve? Like, where is it gonna go now? What's the future? What is
if you
waiting
want
for
to
us?
if you want to compare yourself and to the US guys, to the US Open guys, patience. Have a lot of patience in the net area, especially in the net area. From behind, it's fine. You're managing to give the third shot well, the drives well, but the actual game is at the net. How much patience you have, if how much, like suppose if the other guy is giving you, let's say 150 dings also in a row, you shouldn't get tired giving him another 200 back. So at the net area, it is very important how your mental state is at that time. How you shouldn't get tired, giving those many dings back and all, because they will give you. That is for sure. You have to be prepared to give them with double effort back.
I think you would be a great coach to anyone. A person would be blessed to be to have Pranav as his mentor. You give some great perspective and views.
Thank you so much. Hey, no,
So now I'd
that's a
like,
very good compliment, Nana. Thank you. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So another question for you. So after reaching a certain level, a player reaches a saturation level, like he can't evolve more, he can't do more, and it happens to, I think, everyone. There is certain name for it. Like everything just gets stuck. You can't improve more at that phase. You can't
I
make your
wouldn't
game
agree
more
to this.
versatile.
There's always scope for improvement. I wouldn't agree to this because no one is perfect. There's always improve. Everyone is there. You always have to think that someone is working even harder than you on the other side. So you have to work double hard, even if you want to maintain the same skills. You have to keep practicing as hard as possible. Otherwise, you'll be wiped out within no time because the game is rising like mad. Players are improving every single day. The practice levels, the practice sessions are very severe right now, very serious right now. So if you take a pause, I don't think it will work. You have to be up to maintain that level every day. You have to practice equally hard. So there's always scope for improvement. If you think you're perfect, boss, game over. You will never rise beyond that. If you win one tournament, you think you become god or something, and you think that you're unbeatable. I don't think that is possible because even a guy like Ben Jones has also lost. It's not that he's not lost.
Hmm.
I know that he's won the maximum compared to any guy in the world right now, but he has also lost. That means the other guy has worked hard, right, to beat him. So there's always someone training harder on the other side. So you can't be complacent about it.
You're a great motivational speaker too. Noted.
Thank you.
All right. So I want to know your views on the tennis crowd. Like, we we have a lot of tennis players coming in and dominating the circuit now. How do you think like people should tackle it, and is it a good thing in general?
See, tennis guys when they come in, their drives are super powerful. How do you catch them is like, like when you work on the angles and all that, giving them more towards, because in the center they are very much ready. But how do you manage to push them towards their angles and extreme points? Because if extreme point like extreme forehand, extreme backhand, that's how you have to win points against them in their movement. How to win during a cat and mouse game? Extreme ends again in cat and mouse, not by giving them in the center or something. So I think it's not that only tennis guys will dominate. Now, if you go to see um, Harsh, me, Mayur, we are not from the tennis background, but we are also winning. So it is up, and
Hmm.
then singles also. There's no hard and fast rule that only a tennis guy can win. It's not written in any book like this. Another guy, but of course, tennis has an advantage to your singles game. Of course, that goes without saying. But there are ways to beat a tennis player also. It's not that Ben Johnson, he's not a tennis player, but he's managing.
Got it. Would you like to
Winning.
elaborate how to beat a tennis player? How to beat a tennis player? Because I, for a fact, know that you are a coach. You coach people. So how would you suggest someone to tackle a tennis player?
I would say give them an extreme. This is my feeling. See, I'm not a singles player, but I still have some knowledge about it. At least I hope. I think by giving them on extreme angles, I feel we can try to beat them. And when they're extremely behind, give them drop shots ahead, and play the ding game with them because they want to increase the pace a lot. You have to slow it down with them or give them at very deep angles, either extreme forehand or extreme backhand and fast, not slow. So I think you can catch them over there. And then it's up to the fitness after that. How fit you are in managing the court.
Got it. Uh, so your thoughts about the upcoming event, Global Sports Monsoon Championship? I'm sorry if I got the name wrong.
Yeah, it's fine. It's the Monsoon Global Sports Pickleball Championship. This event is going to be huge, even bigger than the anniversary edition, which was held 3 months back, I think. 3 months back, I guess. I don't remember the exact date. Uh, this is even bigger than that. More players have entered, and I think the one of the interesting categories which Global Sports has actually introduced since last time is that split age category, which is very, in fact, maximum entries have been coming in that category. So it's a little fun category, but I think now it will be a running category. Even 35 plus, there are so many entries, and I think they've crossed 400 plus entries right now. Plus, they've brought Bollywood into the game. So I think they're doing a great job in making this game go at the next level. Even All India Pickleball Association is doing an amazing job in getting the game high. So I think this event, as of now, will be the biggest up till now in India.
Yeah, it can be, and if it is, it's a good thing that this event gets to be the best. But do you think that we should consider more participation from across the borders? Should we have more international players coming in?
Yeah, I mean that would increase the bar. I mean how international players came in Bainbridge, the tournament was amazing. International, but see, you have to understand international players cannot come every time uh, because but I think the competition in India is also pretty high that we are no less. I feel some players may
Mm-hmm.
think that we are of no match to the others, but I think we are slowly getting there. It's the process has started, so it's pretty big out here also. Every single player has improved his game compared to last year, so it is can't make that statement that this player is better than this player or. whatever.
I
But
was
yeah,
talking to
if international, huh?
I was talking to
Sorry.
SSM earlier, and he said this exact line that we can't predict a win now. Anything can happen. Everyone is at their best now.
Yeah. So yeah, it would raise the bar even more if international players come in. But we have also raised the bar equally enough. I'm summarizing all Indian players. I'm saying. Uh, so it doesn't matter if they're not coming. The competition is not going to go down. It's in fact increasing even now with the Indian players. So this is my view.
We didn't talk about Indian pickleball in female category. Talking about female category, people thought I
Yeah.
was sexist that I didn't discuss it earlier. So I'm just gonna talk about it now. What do you think of Indian pickleball female? Like that community, it's a whole different scene there. People play different in female events.
Compared to last year, the competition has increased. What I've seen in the last nationals, and compared to now, there are more new players who are coming in. Yeah, but I feel that in terms of doubles, I think we are little better. In singles, uh, we have 3 4 good players in singles who are also playing extremely well. But I think the women in our country have also improved the game very well. They are going to be a big threat to international players in future. So because even they are working equally hard, and I don't see a reason why they will not succeed. They will succeed. I'm pretty sure about that. That there are
Mm-hmm.
so many good players like Nemi, Isha Lakhani, Rushali Thakre, Snehal Patil, name them, Lakshita, Urvi Abhyankar, and if I've forgotten anyone, I'm extremely sorry. But yeah, the bar is rising right now.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Just out of curiosity, this is completely off topic. But does the specs put any effect while playing? Like, do they bother you while playing? I was just wondering.
My number's high. I can't survive without this, man.
No, but like while playing, do they bother
No, it
you?
doesn't. No, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all.
I always wondered what it would be like to play with specs.
My number's high, so I need to wear it. It's connected with my life. It's a daily habit, so it doesn't hamper my gameplay at least.
Mm-hmm. So we are reaching towards the end. So would you like
Okay.
to say anything, just like anything about pickleball in general? This is your time. Like you have 2 to 3 minutes now.
Uh, I feel if more team events come in the system, this game will grow even more. There should be more auctioning and auctioning of players. IPL and all should increase more because see, in individual we are anyways hosting a lot of tournaments, but whereas in team events we are not hosting so many tournaments compared to individual tournaments. I feel team events should also be given a lot of priority. There should be at least 4 to 5 team events during a year, and every team event should have an auctioning. If that can happen, then you know what, there'll be more players coming in the market. The sport has to enter the schools right now, and I'm sure it will enter. So once it gets into the DSO level and all, city, state, then comes the state and all. Then it's this game. There's no stopping to this game. The beauty of this game is that even a 35 plus guy can beat a 19 plus guy. It's all on technique and of course fitness. So I would suggest to the organizers, whoever's organizing tournaments, to host a lot of team events, more of team events, so that everyone all gets a chance to newcomers also get a chance to come in the system. They get confidence from the team event, and then they work hard and win in the individual events also. So initially, when I had started pickleball, my first event was in a team event. That's how I got my confidence. This is my story. I played an Avengers Cup. That was my first tournament, which was held in Kharjim Khana. So the confidence came from there. Of course, I didn't win a lot of individual tournaments after that. I won after some time. But that team event felt like, I've reached a place where I can, tap my potential and, help me boost my self confidence even more.
That it was
And
really great
second thing
talking.
that I wanted to tell is that when it comes to doubles, the blame game shouldn't be there between partners. The more cool you are with your partner, because if you blame your partner, for example, and he is not going to perform. There's however good he is, or he's not going to play his game. He's just going to drool down and screw his mood off, and he'll lose the game eventually. So pepping up the partner is something which I feel every player should work on, because that only will improve the gameplay of the and it'll improve the partnership. That's the only thing.
The second point really struck me here in the heart that there shouldn't be blame game. There never ever shouldn't be. So it was just great talking to you, Pranav. It completely
Same
was
here,
worth
Nidal.
my time.
Thank you, Nidal. Same
And
here. Thank you for giving me your time, mate.
of course, this was it for this episode, people. Join in again. We are gonna have a lot of guests. This was Pranav with Ninad PicklerPodZ PPZ signing off. Thank you.